Hello and welcome back to the Rick Shiels Golf Show podcast, the hit edition, the hit podcast, the Pro Shop, myself, Guy, and Ben, and a very... Why is he laughing? Why is he laughing? We've got a very special guest. The head pro is in and he's giggling like a schoolboy.
He's back.
What's happened?
It's not even that funny now when you like...
Ben's just been saying about what we're going to go over in the podcast, and just all of a sudden he went, yeah, we're going to do a Gary Player What's in the Bag. So I let him sit for a minute. I'm thinking, why are we doing a Gary Player What's in the Bag? And I said to him, Gary Player. He went, oh, no, I meant Gary Woodland. But he'd actually written Gary Player.
No, he's not.
It's not even he just read it as Gary Woodland. He'd actually writ it as Gary Player.
I don't know why Gary Player I did it this morning as well on Google when I was Googling some other bits about his bag.
So stay tuned to find out what potentially Gary Woodland has in the bag. He uses some old clubs. He really does.
Gary Player, you mean, not Gary Woodland.
You know what you're like, Rick, when you're on the hit podcast? I think you let your hair down a little bit. You come a little bit playful.
I literally have no idea what's going on.
Well, can I tell you something, Rick and Ben, and the listeners listening and watching? We are the Rick Shiels Golf Show podcast. This Friday episode, more importantly, it's the Pro Shop. You know what? The Pro Shop tells no lies. And let me elaborate on that for you two, please, because in last week's episode, we did some guarantees, and we guaranteed at least one person listening will go on to have a hole-in-one.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I did not lie to you.
No way.
We have had an email in from Luke Layton. Says, hi, Ben and Guy. Didn't put you on there, Rick. You probably thought you were in the Pro Shop. But you are. You're here. He says, hi. And also, why is it putting Ben and Guy? This should be Guy and Ben. I've been here for 6 years in this podcast, and I'm already demoted to Ben.
I love this trend.
Anyway.
Let's keep it coming.
Hi, Ben and Guy and Rick. I was listening to the Friday podcast on the way home from golf before the weekend. At the end of the podcast, you mentioned someone listening will probably have a hole-in-one this weekend. You were correct. Had my first hole-in-one on Sunday. Chiltern Forest Golf Club, 8th hole, 135 yards, into a strong wind, off the left, pitch pin high, left of the hole, and spun in. Could not believe it. Picture attached of my proud mug with our lovely greens that were done this week. And there's a picture of him. They are holotined, but he actually looks very proud. We'll put this in the podcast video version. Look at him there, Luke.
Oh, good on you, Luke.
Love that.
Congratulations, mate.
Well done, Luke.
Did you say he was going to show a picture of his mug?
He meant his face.
I was wondering, is that what you get these days, a hole-in-one mug?
So well done to Luke Layton. Let's predict something else then. So,
to be honest, that's not the first time we've done it either. So we put a social post out a couple of months ago, probably back end of summer last year, and it was a Facebook post saying, have you ever had a hole-in-one? A good friend of mine, Luca, who owns a beautiful ice cream shop in Blackpool called Notarani's. If you've not been there, I might have butchered that name, but it's amazing. How do you say that?
Yeah, Notarani, yeah.
He commented quite literally on the Facebook page saying, no, I have never had a hole-in-one. That same afternoon, 9th hole, St Anne's Old Links gets his first ever hole-in-one. About 2.5 hours after leaving a comment on saying that I've never had one. So that's really cool. So yeah, we basically, if you listen to this podcast, you will get a hole-in-one at some point in your life.
I love the idea of like every week we like start the episode of someone who's listened to the podcast sends in their hole-in-one. What a record. If you could keep a record going of a weekly streak of hole-in-ones that listeners get, that would be pretty incredible.
Somebody listening to this podcast this week will statistically quit golf after playing their last round. Because they've played. Oh
wow, that's quite morbid. I thought we were celebrating.
No, we were celebrating. Whoa, no. We're going to bring it right down.
I thought you were going to say hole out.
I'll tell you who won't be quitting golf after the last round of golf. Me, because me and Rick played golf. Yes, not yesterday, the day before. At can I call it your home club now, Rick?
Yeah, it's one of my home. It's one of many home golf courses.
By default, it's my home club as well. Then in kind of a weird way, at JCB. One of the best golf courses in the country, hands down, no questions asked. And we played a great game of golf against two lovely gentlemen, Miko and Max.
From Golf Game Book.
From Golf Game Book. And we did get beat. We let them win, let's just say that, maybe, kind of. And you played great golf. You are, I'll be honest with you, you're becoming a half-decent player, my friend.
Wow, best compliment you've given me.
And I play quite well as well, so golf is good.
Golf is very good. I went 16 holes without a bogey. Wow. I had 2 birdies and through 16 holes.
7 double bogeys.
So I was 2 under on the 17th hole. went bogey to finish.
Stamford's
Finished level
nice.
par. But I don't mind that. Level par around JCB is always a nice accomplishment. So, yeah, really, really nice. Lots of good golf.
Can I tell you something, though, Rick?
Go on.
You've gained a little bit of speed.
I have.
People might not know this.
I don't know if you know this. But the guy sat to my left is on a bit of a challenge, right? Has this been said publicly yet, what you're about to do?
We have spoken about it briefly. We've initiated our journey.
Well, we shook hands on a deal yesterday. With it being the 1st of April, we shook hands on a deal that we're going to go on a was it about a 3/4 week mission on who can max out their club head and ball speed.
Yeah. My journey is 30 days. Yours is
shorter.
Yeah,
okay.
3 weeks because you're late to the party. But yeah, we were somewhere classified yesterday, and I was stood there watching going, oh boy, I got work to do.
Yeah, the speed is definitely up. Let's say we were somewhere classified yesterday, which we can't talk about, but somewhere that was quite close to it that we can talk about. We'll come on to in a minute, not giving any spoilers away. But yeah, the speed is there. And also, Guy, you'll testify, not only speed, I actually feel like the accuracy is there as well at the moment. Certainly off the tee.
It is. I must admit, you are hitting your driver very, very well. And you know what? There's so much talk these days about distance. And obviously for the PJ Tour, distance is so incredibly key. But let's be honest, distance, if you're going out of bounds, is pointless. Or in the thick rough or in bunkers. It kind of is pointless. Distance with accuracy is a lethal weapon. And I must admit, you have at the moment got distance and accuracy.
Thank you.
TaylorMade QI 4D is working well for you.
It is.
Will it stay in the bag all year, though?
Don't
you
know.
want to tinker, don't you?
I do like it a lot, though.
Yeah,
I do really like it.
It should stay. It should stay.
I do. One thing I'm doing at the moment, though, and again, you witnessed it firsthand, I've got no idea how far I'm hitting my irons at the moment. I feel like I'm literally looking at a hole and going, traditionally, I should be hitting a 7. Could I get there with a 9? Like, I don't know. It feels really weird at the moment how far I'm hitting my irons. So I need to work on that. Maybe weakening them, maybe not hitting them as hard. I need to do something.
That's a good question, actually, because we all want distance, clearly. But certainly because you're not short anyway, and certainly with your irons, you're not short. You want to gain distance with your driver, of course you do, but you actually want to gain distance with your irons.
Not really. I was quite happy how far I hit my irons, if I'm honest with you. It's always nice to just kind of be able to step on one and get that extra 10 yards if you need to. And I do prefer to hit my iron shots harder. But there's a couple of shots at the moment. Like, there was a couple of flushed par 3s I played. I mean, not quite as far as the one you hit on 5 down the hill, but there's a couple of par 3s I'm looking and going, I can't believe I've hit that shot 12 yards, 15 yards long, and it's costing me shots. So if I can just nail that, I feel like I'm in a really, really good spot.
Someone who's not playing so good golf, Rick, and needs a bit of your help before we get... Well...
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Shots fired. Rick just comes, the little assistant pros gets a bit of a slap around the lug hole.
Well, to be honest, I actually really... You salvaged yourself yesterday because a couple of episodes ago, you played a game. Guy presented you, and to be honest, Harry, I'm going to throw Harry under the bus here as well. Guy presented you some models of golf clubs, and you had to guess the brand. You were bloody awful.
I thought it started really well.
I was
proud.
listening to that in the gym, just going,
Rusty.
Who is this? He doesn't know what a Trusty Rusty is. He doesn't know what a Doc 17 is. He doesn't know what a Method Origin is. He doesn't know what a
Pro V1 is.
The one that I couldn't get was the T-Zoid Blue Rage. I mean, come on, it's a T-Zoid Blue Rage.
He's new to golf.
I was literally, like probably a lot of listeners and viewers, I was screaming, going. I was like texting you, going, it's not live, Rick. I was somewhat disappointed. But then, what salvaged you yesterday in this secret location that's not too secret, we spent a little bit of time with the short game wizard, Dan Grieve.
Did.
And we quizzed him on these. I was like, oh, Dan will know these. Watch this. He knew less than you.
Yeah. I'm glad because made me even more proud. I was proud until you shot me down. And then Dan come in and made me even more prouder. So
I couldn't believe it. So maybe you and me, Guy, have just got extreme product knowledge.
I think we have. I think I said to you yesterday, maybe as junior golfers and young golfers, we were probably the kind of guys that were too interested in what clubs were coming out and trying to fix our golf with clubs, whereas Dan Grieve was practicing. Yeah. Maybe. However, we've had an email in. So we spoke about the other week. This title of his email is brilliant. It says, full attention of Big Bell Ben, disaster at golf.
Disaster at golf.
So
okay.
it's kind of
This is
dressed
not
at,
the guy from the South Africa, is it? But
No.
he's like broken up with his missus now, and it's all gone wrong.
no, it's kind of addressed to you, but it's really for Rick to and maybe it's even a question more for the kind of full podcast. But it's addressed to you with it being Big Bell Ben. So we'll ask Rick the question anyway. Hi guys, I've been trying to play golf now for 18 months, so not long. I've been to a ton of different coaches and spent a load of money and still don't have a basic golf swing I can rely on. I'm just back from the driving range after fatting 160 balls, more or less, and never been so disappointed. Maybe it's a question for Rick, but in your experience as a coach, are there people out there that just can't play golf? Are there some of us that lack the basic understanding and will never get it? I absolutely love the game. Just that rare moment I hit a green in regulation or a nice flighted iron. But it's usually just a fluke, and it's been great for me mentally at times, but lately it's so frustrating spending so much time and money and feeling like I'm getting worse.
Why was that addressed to me?
Very good question. We talked about you being Big and Bell and Ben. I think.
Just wanted
So
to address
maybe
it to me,
that
and
maybe
then
that was
question
what it
for you.
was. I can't really remember.
I think probably because you have played golf for a similar time frame.
Yeah.
You know, you've
you've
only
got
been playing
good.
golf for a couple of years, right?
Yeah. I have a similar story to this, and my story doesn't end happily, though, which is maybe not what we want to hear. So maybe I'll tell the story, and you can like bring the positivity back
Okay,
as a
go on,
coach.
Go on.
When I got into golf, I sort of like started with my pals. So one of my mates started, Ollie, who still plays, you played with him, and my other friend, Jack. So we all started together, we all played together, and Jack was probably, what's this guy's name? Sorry, but emailed in.
Anonymous.
Well, yeah, we don't really say his name
Okay,
out.
that's fine.
Ben Wright.
We'll call him Jack too.
Imagine if it is Jack.
And he just like he was committed. He like bought lessons at the Trafford Golf Centre, would go all the time, even when we weren't there. And it's a long journey for him. He doesn't have a car. He'd come in from town. He'd practice lows, but he couldn't hit a drive over like 180 yards. You know, he really struggled. We took him to Spain for like golf trips. He would still come out every Saturday and play with us, but he just like couldn't. Even played St Andrews, the new course, but he just couldn't hack it, you know. And we probably played for 18 months, and he just threw in the towel because it just never. As me and Ollie sort of got progressively better, and you know where I am now, he just never had the like fundamental swing to like work. And I reckon he probably had 8 lessons, and I tried to help him as much as I can. That's probably not a good thing, but just never.
I think first off, golf is hard.
It's so hard.
And me and you have talked about it so much, Guy. I don't know what I would have been like learning golf as an adult.
No. It'd be hard. Very, very hard.
I think learning golf as an adult, and you've been through this, it must be really difficult because I don't remember learning golf.
Yeah.
You know, I was 11, and I'm sure I was, I know I was terrible at first, but you kind of, as a kid, you've got that resilience to, it doesn't really matter. And you've got that sponge effect where you can take on information. I think as adults, probably, I'm trying to think of and now, like, you know, I've obviously tried other sports in the past, and I've probably never obsessed enough about another sport to really like get totally into it. I think golf is very difficult because you can really overthink it. Like, famously, we kind of all got into paddle a little bit, and we could all kind of play paddle.
Yeah.
It's not that challenging, really.
Very simple.
You don't have to think of too many things.
Hand-eye coordination.
Bit of hand-eye coordination, a bit of a fitness level, a bit of an understanding of where the ball's going to bounce, just general sports knowledge. Where golf isn't that, is it? It's you have to really consider it and think about it. And listen, I coached for a lot of years, and there was genuinely people that came in for lessons, and it depended on what level they wanted to get to. But their arm movement just wouldn't work. Famously, I actually taught a really famous footballer. And you would think footballers, most of the footballers I taught, really picked up golf quickly. Like I taught Carlos Tevez for years. He picked up golf really quickly. I used to teach Harry Kuehl. I used to teach Hernandez. I used to teach all these guys. They really picked up golf super quickly. There was one, I'm not going to drop him in it, but there was one footballer that came to me, quite gangly, brilliant footballer, one of the best Premier League footballers ever, and I'm not joking when I say that. He wasn't very good at golf. His arms just wouldn't work in the right way. Like, people might think I'm thinking Peter Crouch. I'm not. He was someone who played for a team that I obviously love, but he just couldn't do it. And it was like, I was looking at him going, you are one of the most skillful sports people I know, but yet you still can't do it. And there was lots of people that did that. And I think it takes a bit time for people to get good at golf. What my recommendation is, it's easier said than done. Try not to overthink it. Like, try and just enjoy it for what it is, and don't get too frustrated, and don't think you can just kind of work your way through it. You need to almost find a fun element of it in it. Because as soon as it go into a driving range and hit 160 balls fat, no one wants to do that, do they?
No.
Like, you're better off just going hitting 20, 30 shots, and hopefully you hit 10 of those good, and you go, okay, that was good today. Next time you might go and hit 30 balls and say, well, 15 of them decent today. That was good. Like, build it. Don't just try and hit, because it sounds like you're just embedding the same mistakes all the time, personally. But golf is bloody hard. It really is.
Golf is hard. It almost never gets easier either, because obviously when you're very new to golf, you're trying to break 120, then it becomes 100, then it becomes 90, then it becomes 80. So although you get better at it, you still never get to the level you want to be at. Even tour pros want to be better, don't they? So you're never going to be happy.
And I think we spoke about this on the podcast before. The thought of that golf ball, which isn't particularly very big, and you've got a piece of metal on the end of quite a long stick, and you've got to move that piece of metal around your body, over your head where you can't see it anymore, to come back down with speed and precision consistently. It's actually mental.
And then you can put it close. That's what's crazy. How precise we can be.
And then also, the elements, the different grass, the wind, the terrain. So many elements come into golf. Like, it really is one of.
You know what else is weird?
The toughest sports.
You mentioned then the elements. I know we do play like preferred lies in the winter, but then also playing off grass, which is often quite different. Like, sometimes it can be a perfect lie, but often it's not. Anyway,
it's crazy when you go from like practicing all through the winter, and you finally back playing off grass.
Oh, and
you're
it's
like,
not preferred lies.
You're like, oh my, especially not preferred lies. You're like, oh my goodness.
You know what? Realistically, this is maybe a silly thing to say because you should try and clean your golf ball. It affects flight. I think it's best to try and avoid preferred lies as much as you can. Although I do love it and use it when I can, because it does make it difficult. But on a more serious, pressing topic, I know we spoke in depth last week about, obviously, Tiger Woods. Firstly, on the Hit podcast, we spoke about him obviously playing in TGL. And unfortunately, on the last main podcast, we spoke about how he'd had his recent car accident. It's since been announced that last podcast he's taking a break from golf, an indefinite break from golf. And actually yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw this, the PGA of America made a statement that Tiger has been in contact with them, and he will not serve as captain for the 2027 Ryder Cup. So there was rumours and rumblings and lots of interest that Tiger may have been Ryder Cup captain for 2027. With it being in Ireland, he's very close to JP McManus, the owner of Adair Manor. He's ruled himself out of that. So this just shows how his priority right now is recovery, and hopefully he can make a full recovery. But yeah, he's not going to be Ryder Cup captain next year.
It almost makes me think he was definitely going to be captain.
I know.
Yeah.
For the Ryder Cup 2027.
Exactly what I
like, that
thought.
almost seems like they wouldn't say that if genuinely he wasn't going to be captain.
It's a shame, isn't it?
I really feel like he's licking his wounds this probably last week. I reckon he's really looked back and gone, I've really messed up here. He must be thinking that, because, without knowing too much about his life, but you'd like to think it looked like it was in a good spot. Like, he's happily in a relationship, his kids are doing well, he's back to some level of fitness, he was playing in the Masters, it sounds like he was the 27 Ryder Cup captain, and then all of a sudden, gone.
I wonder if there's a part of it where not that people ever excuse his behaviour, because when you look at it, and the fact it's happened 4 times now, it's inexcusable. But whether the sports fan in us, even up until 2021, which was only 2 years after he last won the Masters, kind of still wanted him to come back and win again. I think now the fact, and not being ageist, but the fact he's 50 years old and the chance of him coming back and winning are very slim, I think now people are more literally thinking, sort yourself out. We don't care if you never play golf again. We want you to be a ambassador for golf. Tiger Woods holds so much weight in the world of golf, of sport, of culture, that I think now people who are fans, like we all are around this table, we don't even want him to come back and play again necessarily. We want him to come back, be healthy, and be this figurehead of golf that can do great things for golf and make golf better. And he has to sort himself out first.
I don't think I've ever asked you this question, Ben. Obviously, me and Guy grew up in Tiger's era playing golf. Like, what's your thoughts on Tiger? 'Cause you didn't see him
Yeah.
at any of his, not even close to his peak.
No, I've only ever seen him in the Open at Royal Troon, and when he came back for is that the same year, the Masters? Is that the same year, or was it the year after?
Can't remember now, but yeah. So that's
That's like all I've seen.
So
of
you
him.
know of him.
Yeah, and it's like
So he's quite a good golfer.
I've watched the 2019.
He's won 15
on YouTube.
majors.
Yeah, as a guy. Yeah, like it's a weird.
Like, are you that bothered that he's not going to come back?
I'm bothered in the fact that it's like, oh, I almost like can appreciate it and would like I almost want to see him play just because I've like heard all these things. And even when he played that Masters and he missed the cut, did he miss the cut in the Masters? Or he retired, didn't he?
He made the cut.
Did he?
I think the last Masters he played now, I think he made the cut.
And there's that, wasn't that what? And he like shanked it or something, didn't he? Was that the Masters?
Can't remember now.
Or was it the US Open or something? I can't remember. But there's something like that I remember watching and I was just like, oh, this is just at least nice to see him, even though he wasn't doing too well. But yeah, it's a weird, I don't really know how I feel about it all. It's kind of strange, but yeah, it's one of them things that I watch a documentary and all that stuff and just appreciate it and imagine what it's like. I almost like feel like it's kind of young people growing up now and getting into football and being like, oh, this like Messi guy or Ronaldo. You know, you kind of like don't see him play often, but it was pretty good back in the day. But it's like, oh, I've been grateful to like watch them, you know, my whole life because I've always been into football. But you know, because I've not been into golf, I've never.
You actually have a finite amount of time, don't you, as an athlete?
Yeah, and when an athlete is in the pomp, you almost. Certainly with golf, where you can have such a long career, it feels like that day will never come. And I think for us now, seeing that happen to Tiger, it does make you realise it sounds very deep. It's quite a sobering thought because some things feel like they're there forever. And, you know, a really silly example possibly, but I think one that people in the UK can resonate to is like when the Queen died. Anybody under the age of 90-something would have been alive having the Queen as a part of their life. Then when she died, it felt quite like, oh my, nothing lasts forever. Same with Tiger. Thankfully, he's not died. But like the fact that he probably isn't ever going to return to competitive golf in the capacity we'd like to see him, that's not even a priority right now, is it? I think his priority is recovery, of course. But like, it does make you realise there'll be a time when Rory's not competitive anymore. And Rory's adamant he never wants to play senior golf. So, in theory, have we got 14 years more of Rory potentially, which will go by in a flash?
But we're lucky in golf, we get so long.
I know.
Like in other sports, you blink and their career's over.
People are gone at 33, aren't they?
I wonder if, looking at Ronaldo now in football, I know he's playing in a different league and stuff, but he's still playing so well, still playing, maybe I should say. You look at golf and the fitness and stuff now, what we know in technology, I wonder if Rory can go on to be mid-50s. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Rory at 55, I'd imagine will still be a very fit man.
Oh, they're going to learn, aren't they? They're going to learn from every generation that goes past and go, you know, actually, that possibly wasn't the right thing to do. And then the next generation is going to come through and play a bit longer. So you're right. Right now, you think that, obviously, Phil Mickelson famously won his last major when he was 50. You know, I'm sure there's going to be a time where there'll be 55-year-olds, 60-year-olds winning majors. It could happen, without question. But then the modern game is so much about distance. It's
will
not
the
just
ball
about
rollback help that maybe?
Possibly. It's not just about leg. It's not just about what was I going to just say then? Length of careers anymore. It's also you do have to be super athletic still to compete. Yeah. It's a very interesting time, and it does, as you mentioned, does feel quite sober, and it feels a bit like feels like the last bit of air has been let out of my Tiger Woods balloon.
And it does, but then also flip that and get more pumped up again. We look at the players coming through. There's always incredible talent. And one thing we touched on last week was obviously Alex Fitzpatrick, who, younger guy, 27 years old. He won his first DP World Tour event and maybe somewhat finally stood out the shadow of his elder brother, Matt Fitzpatrick. But bringing this back to a hit podcast, Alex Fitzpatrick, what's in the bag, was another quite interesting one because complete mixed bag again, literally a mixed bag. Driver, Ping, G440, LS Tech, okay? Very popular driver. 3 wood, 7 wood, and 9 wood, all tailor-made. He had a 3 and 7 wood in QI 4D, a 9 wood in QI 35. So far, Ping and TaylorMade, 2 different brands. 5 to 9 iron, Titleist T100s.
Just bear with me a second. He has a 3, 7 and 9 wood.
Well, yeah, I think this DLF golf course they're at was quite long and quite tricky. So maybe that's not week to week, but he did in this event had
Wow.
3, 7, 9. He then had 5 to 9 iron Titleist T100. He then had 4 wedges, 46, 50, 56, and 60 in Vokeys. And then his 5th brand in the golf bag, or 4th brand, sorry, should I say, was a putter, was an Odyssey AI1, and then ball Pro V1X from 2023.
Wow.
So another golfer following the footsteps of his brother in a complete mixed bag seemed to be working for him. And again, this introduction of more high lofted metal woods. Interesting.
That's wild. 3, 7, and 9 wood.
That is wild. I reckon I can trump your multi-bag with my multi-bag.
With your Gary players.
With my Gary player, what's in the bag?
I'm not going to find Gary
Master-
Player's last what's in the bag while you're doing this.
It'll be PHG something.
Yeah, it
Last
will be.
competitive. What's in the bag?
Just quickly, before I get onto Gary Player / Woodland, shout out to James Reese, by the way, sending in his picture that he received his Tacoma irons from
lovely.
the competition. I'll put that on screen as well. Shout out, James. Make sure to subscribe to hit for more giveaways coming soon. Who knows? Anyway.
James Reese sounds like a footballer.
Plays
it's a
left,
good-
left mid for Arsenal.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
name that for a footy
Yeah.
player, isn't it? Anyway, Gary Woodland / player. Here we go. So obviously won last week. Cobra Prototype Optum Max LSK.
That's the alphabet.
So the Max K is obviously their more forgiving
my
driver.
goodness.
The LS driver is obviously the LS, but he has it at 9 degrees lowered to 7.8, and it's an LS head where the CG has been moved lower and deeper to give it the K. So they've stuck the letter K on it because it's a bit more forgiving than an actual
We've
LS head.
You've lost me.
Crazy, isn't it? He's got people talking about this a lot. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on it. He's got a big, heavy shaft in it.
Okay, I mean, he's a big, strong boy.
He is Ventus Black 8X.
Big, strong boy.
That's a big, strong shaft for a big, strong boy. Anyway, he's got a Ping G440 Max 15 degree wood. Wilson Staff Utility Iron 18 degrees.
Like this. He's only got 2 woods. I like Gary.
He's got Cobra King Tour at 4 and 5 iron. Cobra King MB 6 to pitching wedge. A Cobra King wedge at 48 degree. And then he's got Cobra SB wedges 52, 56. And then a Cleveland RTZ Tour Rack 60 degree. And a Scotty Cameron Go Low Tour prototype. Now that's a cool bag.
Seems like a tinkerer.
Yeah.
Seems
definitely
like
tinkerer.
a little tinker he likes.
That's a cool bag.
I almost, honestly, kind of forgot he was with Cobra. I almost thought he was still
Yeah.
with Wilson for a minute.
Yeah.
No, sorry, if you finished on that or not, so I didn't want to cut
Yeah,
in.
no.
Oh, okay. Well, you just
Golf ball.
golf ball. Pro V1 is he? Wooders?
I don't have Gary
Oh,
Player's
Gary,
tag.
stop calling Gary Player.
I'm just doing it now to wind you
No,
up.
you're not.
I am. Ball. Pro V1.
Yeah, standard.
Ooh.
Speaking of James Reese, who we said sounds like the player that would play left mid for Arsenal potentially, one of our favourite little kind of games on this podcast is to think of golf brands as things. So I've just done a little game here looking at if golf brands were Premier League football teams, who would they be? So I've asked ChatGPT to give me its opinion.
All right, you go with your game first, and then I've got a game after for you.
I can see where this is going. So I've put golf brands as Premier League teams. It's given me Titleist as Man United, classic, historic, always relevant.
Ooh.
Titleist is the heritage giants trusted by pros, just like
Yeah.
United's global legacy.
Yeah, love
Not
that.
always flashy, but you just respect them.
In fact, like, we need to guess some of these. So you give us
Okay.
one. Okay, so
Okay,
tight
give you
list as Man United.
It's given me next up TaylorMade.
I'm going to go TaylorMade. Can I
Liverpool.
give PXG to City?
We can, but it's not what it's given me here.
A bit flash, throws all the money at it, but they've got no real product.
I'm going to go Ping for Man City.
Whoa, there's lots of names coming here.
Sorry,
Right,
sorry,
okay.
TaylorMade
Let's
first.
go. So what's the
TaylorMade.
next? What's the next? Oh, TaylorMade.
Liverpool, sorry.
TaylorMade. I will.
Well, you can have your own
go
opinion.
for-
ChatGPT's not right. It's-
History, tradition.
Is TaylorMade that though? I feel like TaylorMade is flashy marketing, has the
got the
best
word-
players, but doesn't particularly perform the best. I'm going to go Chelsea.
It's gone Man City. Cutting edge
What
tech.
the-
Aggressive marketing, constantly pushing innovation. TaylorMade drops new drivers
Aggressive
like
marketing.
City signs elite players, fast and effective.
Yeah, I could
Yeah, alright,
give
fair
that one. I don't believe it because I've got
Why don't I read them to you? Oh, go on, you.
far too many TaylorMade clubs in my bag at the moment. Callaway.
Callaway.
Maybe you'll become Titleist.
Callaway.
This is clutching at straws a little bit, I think, but we'll do it for this. There's only a few brands we'll go here.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal.
Gone Liverpool. Big fan base, high energy, performance driven. Callaway gear is powerful and forgiving, like Liverpool's pressing style.
Could I go for
Ping.
Yeah, Ping? I will go with.
Actually, this makes sense when you see it on paper. When you see they've given Ping, it does make sense.
I'll go Arsenal.
Correct.
Wow.
Precision, engineering, and consistency. Ping clubs are all about fit and detail, like Arsenal's structured technical play.
Has it given a brand for Tottenham?
It has, and it's a weird one.
Oh,
Mizuno.
No way. Don't jump too early. We need to think of a brand that doesn't win a lot.
Mizuno.
I mean, Cobra doesn't win a lot.
I mean,
Cobra doesn't win a lot.
all I'm saying is, it's been said.
It's so.
I'm gonna go Cobra.
It's just so Mizuno.
I'm gonna go.
Mizuno.
Oh,
They've
damn.
put beautiful to watch. ChatGPT's put beautiful to watch and feel, but sometimes underrated. Mizuno irons are pure artistry, like Spurs when they're flowing, just missing that ruthless edge. Maybe this is an old Spurs. Last couple,
Gareth
we've
Bale
got.
Spurs.
Oh, this is a brilliant one. This is absolutely fantastic. Wilson Staff. Wilson
Wow.
Staff is
Classic.
absolutely brilliant. The last few are really good, actually. Wilson Staff.
I'm gonna say like classy, but under the radar.
You're on the right tracks. You're really on the right
Classy
tracks.
Under the radar.
It's so. This is arguably the best one. Can I read it? What it says?
Yeah.
Historic and respected, but not always in the spotlight. Still produces quality, but flies under the radar.
I was gonna say hammers.
I was gonna go Villa.
Villa, Everton.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's perfect, isn't
Yeah,
it?
great.
Been always in the top flight.
Yeah, been there, done that, got the
Love it.
T-shirt.
This next one is arguably even better, and I think this is one that Ben, I'd like, or even Harry behind the desk might get this one. Strixon, smart, efficient, and quietly excellent.
Brentford.
Strixon makes seriously good gear without the hype. Such a team of the golf world.
Brighton.
Is it?
Got it in one.
Oh,
Well, you
Well,
said Brentford
I did
first.
say Brentford.
And then
All right.
last up. In fact, there's two, but we'll go last up. PXG, big money energy, premium, loud branding, and not shy about it. PXG streamed luxury, ... modern era is heading the same way.
Like Newcastle.
Yeah,
Newcastle
nice.
United.
I feel like Newcastle and PXG work.
Yeah, it does.
Like
see
if
them
Newcastle United was sponsored by PXG, I'm like, yeah, it
That
works.
looks kind of
And then the last one, while we're here, I'm not sure if I kind of get this one, but also don't. Honma. Luxury with tradition. Honma is premium and elegant. ... team has that historic prestige with a modern resurgence. So a team that's doing quite well, that's traditionally been a good team.
Notts Forest. Villa.
Good shout.
Villa.
Very good. Nice game. Good boy.
Speaking of
good
games,
boys.
Come on then.
Good boy.
Good boys.
boy.
Good assistance.
I have a game. I'm not sure how it's going to go down. We'll put the things on screen so people at home can play along.
was gonna say,
I would advise you to switch to the visual. If not, I will be your narrator for our audio listeners, and I will describe what our gentlemen to my right are looking at. Today, we have a game of Guess That Head Cover.
Jingle, Harry. We got a jingle.
Got a jingle. He does.
Just sing. Guess the head cover. Guess the head cover. Come and guess the head cover.
Cover it up.
I'm
Cover
gonna-
it up. Make sure you're safe and cover it up.
Word protection.
I have.
Big and small.
It
thick
fits
and
them
thin.
all.
Oh, God.
Keep your head and shaft
All right,
protected.
gentlemen. I have 8 of the finest head covers.
Rick, how many years older are you than Ben? 14 years older than him, something.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, it doesn't, does it?
I have 8 head covers. I'm going to send to you on our
right,
our
geez.
WhatsApp group
Okay.
so you can see
So
them.
the audience will see as
Yeah,
well. Right. Are we doing it work as a team?
I'm not sure because I feel like if you said it, like if Rick said something, then you'd be like, oh yeah, that is it.
All right,
Or-
then why don't we do odds and evens? So how doesn't Rick go first? I go second.
Which
We sent them all now.
Which chat are we in?
I'll.
Why don't you send 4 for Rick to do and then 4 for me to do?
Oh, we'll go. Well, you guys can. Let's see how you go against each other, and then if you're going too well, you can
Okay.
work as a team. All right. So I've gone. I didn't want to go too retro. Don't look at my screen. I didn't want to go too retro because they all look very similar retro, but they also look very similar now.
I'm
So
excited.
I'm nervous. I said this with Tenable, but you're gonna fly through these. but I did it with our social media manager, Leo, upstairs. And he was like, oh, this is so easy. And then he didn't get any of the rest of them. So let's see again.
Right.
Don't look at my screen because they're named.
Right.
So I'm going to drop the first one in. I think.
So we're doing this against each other. But what if Rick says it first? Anyway, just go. I'm excited. I'm excited. Whoa, don't say anything. Just say it now.
The first one.
Ping G440.
Yeah.
You locking in?
I'm locking in as well.
Wrong. It's the Callaway AI Smoke.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair play.
Before you answer, let me describe to the listeners.
Rick's poison got in my head, then he
All right, so you're 0 for 1.
Right, don't shout out.
And I'll take let me read it out. Think about it, lock in your answer, and I'll come to you one by one.
Okay, that's better.
I'll come to you.
That's better.
Okay.
That's better.
Here's number 2. I'm going to read out what it is.
I think we should do alternate. So, but well, anyway, it's fine.
So we have a mostly white head cover with a black top left corner and black bottom right corner with a yellow stripe going down the top corner.
I think I know it.
So, Guy.
Callaway Rogue ST.
Rick?
I think it is that. My other guess as a backup, it's not this one, but I think it might be the Maverick, but I think Guy's got it.
It is the Callaway Rogue. I'm going to give you... Shall I give you both the points?
No, I don't think I would have actually got
Okay.
it. I knew it wasn't the Maverick.
Okay.
So 1 point to Guy.
Okay. 1 point to Guy.
Yes.
Here we go. Third head cover. Similar theming
I got it.
Yeah.
to the previous one before. Mostly white with one big black strip coming down the middle with 2 yellow stripes either side of it. We'll go Rick first this time. He said he's got it and he's resting his head on his microphone.
It's Cobra.
Okay.
100% Cobra.
Okay.
And it's the...
Guy, do you have it?
It's
You don't have to say it, but-
the...
Do you have it or not? Yeah?
I don't know if I do. I'm going to go different to keep it fun.
It's the Cobra... The one after the Rad. Oh, God.
Oh,
I can't think of its name.
jeez.
You could let him go Cobra. That's.
It's the one after the Rad Cobra.
Okay.
I'm going to go Tour Edge.
I'm going to give it to Rick.
Ah.
It was the Cobra LTD.
I
X.
thought it was, but I thought him to throw one out there.
These are good, these.
Really
Okay.
good. We're hard, aren't they? When you,
Next one, we have, let me again describe, an iconic
Oh, bloody hell.
head cover, blue, with
Literally, Guy used to carry 1,000 of these in the back of his Nike bloody
I'm going to let
18
Rick go
van.
first, but I'm going to go for exact name.
Okay, go
I don't
on.
think he'll get it.
Nike
Oh,
Vaporfly.
he's got it. He's got
Well
it.
done.
He's got it.
Okay, I'll
the
give you the
fly
point
was the
each.
key word.
I'll give you the point each. I forgot what the scores are. I feel like
I think we've got one each,
I
haven't
think
we?
it's 2-1, isn't it? Because I'll give you a point for
Yeah,
both.
okay, fair
Matthew.
dues.
2-1.
I'll work.
2-1-2.
To me.
The guy.
Why?
Because I've got two and you
Oh,
got
you
one.
got Cobra.
I got Cobra.
Oh, yeah. So you... Oh,
2-2.
2-2. We'll call it
Yeah,
2-2.
but he didn't have ST. Oh, it's 2-2. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's fun. It's fun. Go on, next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me describe to the audience.
Well, look at this. Oh, the listeners aren't.
Got
That's easy.
Got it. So white top right corner, rest of it black, subtle
Can I go
hints of
first,
yellow,
'cause
Yeah.
and a bit of silver on there as well.
It's Ping G430.
Nice, well done. 3-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam, 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 bam,
Some
bam.
you're getting, some
I
you're
do
not.
struggle with the first one threw me out. I thought I was so confident in the first one.
Okay,
But on
3 more.
reflection, it's not
On
right.
3-3.
By the way, if you listen to this, what a wonderful treat you're in for.
Okay,
Oh, come on.
Come on. Bloody hell, Ben.
too easy for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it then.
TaylorMade Sim 2.
Sim 2, everyone will get that. Okay, I'm glad you thought that was too easy because I feel like we've got 2 hard ones to finish on.
Okay, could I go next?
4-4.
Let me go first. The next one then.
Okay, here we go. An old school
I've
looking one.
almost thrown every single one of these on the floor.
Let me describe this to the audience.
Oh, flipping
Oh,
heck.
come on.
Retro. Come on, as in you know it.
Yes.
Oh no, retro, yellow circle at the top, mostly black.
Old sock.
Old
It's an
socks.
R7.
I mean, you can't tell if it's a TP or not. TaylorMade R7.
But is it the R7 CGB Max or just a normal
I think
R7?
that's
Just a normal R7. It's R7.
I've got R7 Super Quad.
Ah.
Same thing. Same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Same
it's-
thing.
All right, I'll give you R7. All right, so we're at 4-4.
I don't know. Who knows anymore?
Tie break. Here we go. I'm gonna need the exact model here.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Why don't we write it down?
No.
Oh,
Whoever says
send
the
it.
name first.
I need an exact model on this, please.
Right, Rick. Okay, this is a tight list.
Yeah, I did accidentally leave
Yeah, I
for
can
the
see
audience.
But
I've got
I knew
a
it was anyway.
white top half,
Top,
Hey.
right side, the tag says tight list.
a
You can see
silver,
the T of the tight list.
So we've got a white top half and then a diagonal silver line through it to separate the white from the black. So the bottom half is
So you
black.
have to write your model, to write it down, write it down.
Yeah,
Model.
I'm gonna need the exact model for the tie break
Thing is,
here.
though, you can't tell if it's a D2 or D3.
No, it doesn't have to be that. It's just the actual year, like the name.
Okay.
I've got mine, written it down. Can you write those
I'll
down,
write
please?
mine down.
Okay.
Oh, 1 sec.
This is tie break.
Let me just
I'll write
change
it on
the
the phone.
size.
I wish we had some intense music to play over this, but it's okay.
Well, I'm going to type it in the chat.
Yeah, type it in the chat. I just need
Well,
it
I've got
written
mine
down so
there.
you can't change the.
I
I'm
can't-
not saying it. I'm not saying
Oh,
it.
no, I might have no mouse in the chat.
Okay,
You see mine? Oh shit, not that.
Okay.
Just that.
here we go.
I've gone TSI.
The answer is TSR.
Oh, what does Rick
Both
say?
wrong. I said 917.
917.
917.
I'm sorry, and I don't have
I
a
must
tie
get
break.
closer for that because that was much
Yeah,
closer.
yeah, I'll give it you.
Thank you. Yes.
Very well done, gentlemen.
That is harder than it looks.
There were some there that are
Or
easy,
sounds.
but some there. Rick googling the old head cover.
That wasn't far. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't far off. But
On that note, we have had lots of emails. Read out a couple out there. We want more. Please do email us podcast@rickshiels.com, whether it's a normal episode one or a hit one.
I
Pro shot.
might actually have to nip to the bank, fellas.
oh, you're off to the bank.
Might be that time. So can I leave you to finish off the pod?
Yeah.
I'm off to the bank. Thanks, everyone.
Oh,
Okay.
see you later.
Are we going to keep rolling while Rick goes to the toilet?
I'm
Yeah.
not going to the bank.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.
When he's
Look after
gone.
the shop, okay?
When he's gone, wait, let him just go. Let's go. He's walking off. He's gone
walk
now.
of
He's gone
shame.
now. He's gone now. He's gone now. He's gone now. He's gone now.
Shame on you.
Gone now. Gone now.
Enjoy the bank.
Gone now. Gone now. He's gone. Wait there. Wait there. Wait there.
Go and play some golf.
Yeah.
I'll do this.
Well, Rick's just buggered off. He's gone, which is great for the podcast because now we can let our hair down
Oh yeah.
and say willies and bums and
Oh,
boobs.
all right,
Boobs,
none
boobs,
of
boobs, boobs. Sorry. Right,
None of that.
mature. No, we are actually close to wrapping up anyway, Ben.
I've got a question for you. Hit me with your question. I've got a question for you.
I've got a question for you.
Oh, I thought you were reading out a question. An
No.
email.
Oh,
Are you
no,
just telling
I
people
want
to
people
email
I
it?
want more. We have got loads, but some of them are quite long. We do read
Okay.
them all. We love all the emails, but some of them are quite long. So
Okay.
if you want it read out,
Let
let me
me-
make it short, but shorter.
Okay. Well, let's finish on my question then, because I feel like there's a bit to talk about here.
Okay.
This is not actually a question that's been emailed in, but a
Okay.
question I have and that people have asked the internet. And one you've probably seen a lot of, and that I see a lot of on social media. The question is, why are people selling their driver after using it twice on the range?
Ooh,
And that's not like a joke question.
this is a
It's
real thing.
how many times I'm in a Facebook marketplace group thing, whatever you call it, of like used golf equipment.
Mm.
The amount of people who are selling brand new drivers, QI4Ds, elites when they come out, oh, brand new, only hit like twice at the range, but not for me. Like, I don't love it.
I think I've got a theory.
You gotta like.
I've got a theory.
Firstly, are people crazy?
Yes, it's probably. Right.
Continue.
Let me use my personal recent example of this. It's no secret, I'm very fortunate, as are you now, and as obviously Rick has been for a very long time, that we can get our hands on pretty much any golf gear we want for free. Because obviously we're working golf brand sends us gear to review. We don't send that gear back. That's part of the deal. We don't get paid by any equipment brand whatsoever. We do our reviews completely impartially. And I think people will thankfully, certainly listen to this podcast who know us well, if you like, will know that's the case because that's what this channel's been built on. The Hit channel and Rick's main channel's been built on honesty and independence and given the fact. And
Trustworthy.
yes, and part of the kind of quote-unquote deal we have with brands is they send us the product, they give us all the relevant literature,
Yep.
they'll sometimes fit us for product, and we then keep it. And the reason we keep it is partly so that we've got a great storeroom, but also in future years when brands bring out new clubs, we can go back and compare it with older models or whatever, which gives us more content and more reviews. But other than that, the brands have no say on what we do, anything like that. What I'm getting to is we then have lots of gear lying around that we can put in the golf bag whenever we want. And I've been using Ping drivers for quite a few years now because I feel like my driving is terrible. And having a Ping driver, the max driver, gives me the most forgiveness and most confidence is the key thing on the tee. I still hit terrible golf shots, but at least I feel like I've got something that's more forgiving.
Yeah.
An analogy I would use, maybe not the best one, but the analogy I would use is if you're a high handicap golfer, you might have a really forgiving set of irons. You still hit bad shots, but you'd rather have those in the bag than a set of blades because they give you more confidence and they're going to reward your bad shots better. Anyway, recently me and Rick have filmed a video with Golf Bidder with Jimmy Bullard and Ange from Golf Life. We won't come on to any more detail, don't want to spoil it. But I used a driver that was from 2019 in that video. And again, without spoiling the video, I won't say the result. I hit it, bizarrely, incredibly well. Incredibly well. And it's 7 years older than my current driver. But for whatever reason, it really, really worked and has now made it into my golf bag. How long it stays for, I don't know, but it's made it into my golf bag. And on the golf course, I was hitting it really, really well. It was flying well. Now, on a launch monitor, that driver would probably be not recommended to me. Very spinny. It's not the model that a golfer of my quote-unquote ability would normally gravitate towards.
Doesn't go very far.
Doesn't go very far.
People try to fit you for distance.
Correct, but it works, and it gives me confidence off the tee, and actually the results are decent, and I found quite a few fairways, which then helps my golf naturally. So my point is, I think so many fittings now, certainly with driver, and I've had lots of fittings for driver, are around distance, ball speed, carry. And when you're going for a fitting, those things are all great, and obviously in a fitting, fitters will often delete bad shots, which is fine because it helps the data, etc. There's no consequence if you smash one 50 yards right. So I think lots of golfers are going for fittings, having good fittings, getting a driver, but then when they get to the golf course, they're not as loose, not hit as many balls in a row. There is a scary bunker, there's now a bounce left. These bad shots happen, and although the odd one might go miles, it's not real almost.
Yeah.
So I think people are buying drivers, getting into the course, playing a round, playing 2 rounds, playing however many rounds and going, this isn't better than my old one, or I don't like this, and then selling it. I know it's a long-winded answer, but I think playing golf on the golf course with a scorecard in hand versus a fitting is totally different.
Is 2 rounds, so let's say 2, what's the minimum amount of rounds for, because people like me and you have bad days.
Correct.
What should be the minimum for people before they even start thinking, like, these people who have like worked hard to buy these drivers, I assume, are paying, let's say, 600 quid fitted for like an elite driver, let's say, or also new one's a quantum driver, and then using it for 2 rounds as like an average golfer, and like you might not be on your best day, and you go, oh, like, this driver ain't for me. And I know it's obviously meant to help straight away, and it's meant to help when you are having bad days, but everyone, like, I use a G440K, and I still have bad days. And if you're having a bad day with a G440K, you ain't got no hope, really. So, like, what, is there a minimum, like, 2 rounds feels great, especially in a range as well, practice balls, like, you know, like.
I hear you, however, what you maybe say, sometimes you just know. You get on the golf course with a golf club, and you might hit, it might not be that you've hit it badly, you just look at it and you just know, whatever it is about this golf club, I just don't feel it. So you're right. You could argue you should take more time to maybe get to know it. However, then you could come back on that, to your point. If someone has spent £600 on a golf club, do they A, risk trying to use it for longer and maybe getting used to it, but then every time they use it, it's going to devalue the golf club? Whereas if you have only used it twice or for a round, it's essentially brand new. When you sell it second hand, you might get closer to that £600, still going to lose money, but closer than if you use it for 5 rounds and end up skying it or damaging it a bit, and in which case then it gets less and less value. So it's a very tough one to navigate, and there's no right or wrong answer. But I would just bring it back to the fact of, I think that would happen so much more with drivers than it would with a putter. Because a putter, although you can have fittings, you know with a putter, I think, so much more. You can have bad round, but you just hold it and you go, I like this. I know I like this. But drivers, I don't know. It is very difficult.
Well, there you go.
It's a tough one.
So what's the final answer, stick or twist, for these people who are buying drivers and after 2 rounds? You saying don't feel ashamed to sell it, or are you saying stick with it?
I would say don't be ashamed to sell it, but I would say if you could possibly do this, if you've been fitted by your local pro at a golf club and he's got a fitting cart for a driver, let's just say it's a Callaway Quantum, triple diamond, 9.5 head, blah, 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 and he fits you for it. If he lets you, which is, or she, if they let you, I would really say, look, I plan to buy this driver. Obviously, I know the pro well. They trust me, etc. Maybe even leave your bank card if needed. but let me go and try around with the demo version, with the fitting version, because yes, on the driving range or the practice ground, I've hit some great golf shots. Let me go onto the golf course. Let me go onto the 5th hole. It's notorious tight par 4 where I've hit loads out of bounds where I get a bit shaky knees.
Yeah.
Or let me play 18 holes with a friend for a fiver and get to the 18th hole where we're all square and I'm a bit nervous and try it in situ, because on a range, it's only so real. And I think with the driver being a club where confidence is such an important factor, nothing beats being on the golf course with it.
And there you go.
Yeah. That's just my thoughts. Yeah. Doesn't mean they're right.
Well, I hope people listening to this don't quit golf this weekend and instead have many more hole-in-ones. Hopefully hole out. I hope I hole out. Chip in. Drain a 50-footer. Shoot under par for the first time.
Yes.
Don't quit like Guy wants you to do.
I don't want you to quit. I just think statistically somebody... You know what? Hear me out. There's something my brother said to me ages ago. I think he'd seen it on like a TV program or on Facebook or something weird. This weird thing that... Do you remember when you were a kid, you used to go out on the streets and play with your friends, whether it be on your bike or playing cricket in your instance?
Oh, yeah.
There would have been a time, unbeknown to you, that was the last time you went out with your friends playing.
Yeah, that is crazy. And if you're like at the time, you would have been like, bye, friends.
But you wouldn't have known, would you?
Exactly.
You would have just one day, you'd have gone out with your friends to play cricket.
That's the last time.
Played a bit, come home, had a drink of squash, orange squash, and then you wouldn't have known it. That was the last time. Which is quite... And there's so many things in our life, which sounds a bit deep, this, where you would have done the last time and not known it. And maybe there's somebody out there who will play golf this weekend and not intentionally get in the car. So some will go in the car and say, I'm never playing golf again, and we'll stand by it. Many of us will say, I'm never playing golf again. Obviously will. It's addictive. But somebody, for whatever reason, will play golf this weekend, statistically, listen to this podcast, and probably never play again. For no reason other than just that happens to be the last time. Which is quite a weird thought. I don't know why I'm taking down this path of...
Should we just like swivel around and look down the camera and just like fade out the podcast now after that?
Yeah. Which part of our main camera? Bye. It's been nice knowing you all.
Think about that one.
Some of you won't be joining us next week for just deciding not to. Don't even decide. It just never happens. It just you close the boot, you drive home, and
It's actually making me quite teary-eyed, but
yeah.
hey.
So we might see you next week. The Masters is on, the biggest tournament in golf. That might get your juices flowing.
Maybe we'll think of
Let's
a little...
come back. Let's do kind of this.
look
We
at
all
that
love
stuff.
golf.
Yeah.
We all love golf.
You can't quit before the Masters.
No,
What the heck?
no. Quit in September if you're going to quit.
We'll think of a
October,
fun
November.
game. I'll bring some fun games next week for the Masters.
Okay.
We'll think of something.
Yeah, please don't quit.
Hit,
Or-
sweepstake in between us three or something like that.
Also, actually, if people want to quit golf, that's fine, but still listen to the podcast and watch the videos.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. All right,
Hey,
then.
many hole-in-ones, everyone, this
Let
weekend.
you can end it on a nice positive note.
Happy hole-in-ones, everyone. Have a great weekend. Happy playing. See you next week.